Alright, so guys, the next installment of our X's and O's with FLG is going to talk about the rabbit ride. Okay, this is a ride that we use off both a save and off an end line or a sideline riding situation. Okay, so before we get started today, we're going to talk a little bit about just first of all taking away the home run pass and understanding the responsibilities of each level of the ride. Okay, I'm going to start with the defenseman. Okay, one of the things I think that young defensemen make a huge mistake of is they're either even with or behind usually their attackman when the ball's at the other end. Notice I've drawn a defenseman ahead of their attackman, okay, and also to the inside. You should be about 3 to 5 yards ahead of your attackman. Okay, you want to be in a position where if the ball rolls over the midfield line, you're going to get the first shot at it. You also want to be in a position where if the ball gets carried over the midfield line and your attack guy tries to break up, maybe we get a pole-on-pole situation, we don't want to give any sort of easy outs. Okay? The next level of the ride is the midfielders. Okay? You assume that the midfielders on the other team are probably going to break somewhere opposite the box, maybe up the field. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take away the home run. All right? So our middies' jobs are going to be the first to drop opposite box. Okay, we draw a box in on this side, okay, and to the middle of the field. We want to take away the middle of the field and the opposite the box looks. Again, the rabbit ride is kind of a matchup zone, okay? It's not a full deep drop zone, okay, but nor is it going to be an area where we pass guys off along. I'm kind of going to hold responsibilities, okay? So our middies are now dropped into this area. Okay. And they're going to be responsible, right? Deep third, middle third, and then our third midfielder is going to work his way to the box, and we're going to bring our LSM on the box side. Okay? So no matter what they break out into, somebody's obviously going to kind of sit in this area, right? Like we talk about in our clear. You probably have a midi here, maybe a midi deep in this area, and now your poles, right, are going to break up. And this pole's probably going to break out, all right? So now maybe you have a defenseman working his way over here. Not everybody takes a pole off the field like we do in our clear. Maybe you got a midi sitting in here somewhere, all right? So the responsibility of the midfielders is to take the deepest guy in their third, all right? So if this guy right here stretches over, okay, this midi here is going to go with him. And he's responsible for covering up anything in this section of the field right here. Okay? The other part of the ride is really the attack guys. 2 of them need to drop to these corners of the box. Okay? They're also going to help take away that deep part, that home run pass, that easy out. Alright? So now our attackmen are really going to be sitting, and their job is really to kind of sit in this area and take away the ball side middle third, okay? Right, if a guy breaks all the way back to the ball, we don't want this midi going with him. We want this attack guy to kind of pick him up. So right now, he'd have the midi in this area here. We're going to drop this attack guy back here to ride. We're going to assume that, like most people, their D guy is banana out, okay? So now they're in the alleys. Where we get the term for the rabbit ride is this last attackman here who maybe played at X, maybe he was right on the crease. His job is going to be the chaser, okay? And so he's going to come around, he's going to pressure the goalie and make the goalie move the ball to this side, okay? This defenseman is probably going to carry up. The rabbit is going to chase one pass, okay? Because we want to chase that defenseman up the field a little bit, all right? So now if this guy was to stretch, right? This guy in midfield is going to come over the midfield line. Our guy is going to go with him. So it'll probably look something like this. Okay? Maybe this guy is going to shade this way. This attackman is going to stay with him all the way to the midfield line. He's never going to run forward to get this guy until one situation that we'll go over in a little bit. We want to stay with this midi. We want to give the rabbit time to chase that defenseman down from behind. Okay? And this midi can start to move towards the middle. Ideally, if the ball goes opposite the box and we have time, we'd like to try and get the long stick midi to the middle of the field. We'd like him to be our bump guy. So preferably this is how we'd like to look. This long stick midi is going to start shading this way in case this midfielder goes over. That would now be his responsibility. This midi is going to shade a little bit towards the hole, because his job is, if they get the ball over the midfield line, we're in a crash situation. We want to make sure that we don't give up the easy 6-on-5. That's one of the big reasons that we use a zone clear in our program, is that sometimes when you try and lock the two short sticks that are on the field, if the team's clear like we do and they take you opposite the box and they clear box side, you may very well be giving up a temporary 6-on-5. So by trying to zone the midfield area, we're playing it a little bit more conservative, but also really giving our attack guys time to do the work. All right? So now we've kind of chased this defenseman up the field a little bit. All right? So maybe now they even brought a midi on here. Okay? And now they've got a midi in the alley. Right? Our attack guy, he did a good job going with this guy, giving our long stick midi time to get over and cover that. So now maybe our levels of defense and the goalie are a little bit higher. Okay? We'd like to get them to right here. All right? Right below the box line. Okay? So this guy's got the ball, got our goalie, and our defenseman. Right? We've got our rabbit chasing. Okay? So now he's going to throw the ball maybe back or maybe over. So he throws back. Okay? Maybe he'll cross the field. Now our rabbit's job is to come and lock the goalie. Because we made the ball go to one side, now it's come back to the other side. Alright? Because now as they stretch up here, this guy, this midfielder that was kind of shading to the middle, again, he's going to take his responsibility and get the guy deepest in his zone. Our long stick midi is again now moving from where he's shaded here back to the ball side. Maybe trying to pick up this midfielder in the middle. All right. And now what we're going to give is down that first overpass, this attackman is going to get a chance to jump that defenseman right there. And we lock the goalie so that the only thing left at the top of the box is that overpass, right? Really remember, the job of this ride is not necessarily to pressure the ball all over the field, but it's to take time off the clock, prevent easy outs, and make the defense make as many passes as possible, all right? Because now, a lot of times in the summer, you're playing either college rules or high school rules, you're playing some sort of counts. Well, now you've made them move the ball to one side, over, and now we're trying to make sure that we kind of pressure. Again, this attack guy, you're not going to get that guy until you kind of get a release from this long stick midi telling you, hey, listen, you can go jump him. And now the only thing that we're leaving open is that overpass, and now this attack guy is split in two on this side. All right, so he may have a great opportunity to jump that defenseman, okay, on an overpass if that defenseman decides to come too high above the level, all right? But that's basically the rabbit ride, okay? And the key to that really is this attackman, right? We're taking away all of this stuff deep. It's really a 5-man deep zone with one guy chasing, trying to make that defense uncomfortable, trying to make them have to make decisions under a little bit of duress. And that's our rabbit ride at FLG.